I'm talking about the Fast Saga today. Yeah. The Fast and Furious saga, which has now come to F9, which is the ninth installment in the series. Obviously, you've had to run for it, Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, Fast and Furious 8, The Fate of the Furious, and then here we are. Apparently, the tagline is F9, or F9 the saga. So, where are we at in this film? Have you seen the other films? Because you'll need to in order to see any of these. You'll need to see all of the films for it to make a lick of sense. If you're a long time fan, I don't know what that means. If you've seen the other films, you're okay. If you've seen just Hobbs and Shaw, might need a bit of a refresher. The Rock's not in this one. Jason Statham's not in this one. Yeah, it's a direct follow-on from Fast and Furious 8, Fate of the Furious. I don't really remember what happened in that film too well, to be honest. Nope, I think they chase a submarine. I think it's Charlize Theron's in it. And yeah, she must have got away because in this one there's the whole setup that they've caught her again, or Mr. Nobody, Kurt Russell's character from, I think he appeared in Furious 7 first, and then obviously carried forward. And now we have John Cena coming in to be Dom Toretto's long lost brother. You know, a series about family. That series where we finally find out that the long lost brother of Dom Toretto and Mia, completely forget that Mia and Dom are related for some reason, because I just assumed they're all family and they're all related. Different races, confusing that maybe a little, but I just assumed, fair game. And anyway, we get to the stage where John Cena comes in. Yes, you can see him. Let's not do that joke. He's back. Not back, sorry. I want to say back because obviously I assume that he'd be in another one. There's a lot of people who come back just randomly. You've got, I think Helen Mirren's in this one. Han obviously comes back from the dead. If you want a kind of an explanation of what happened to him that's really good and satisfying, you're not going to get one. It's going to be kind of washed under the bridge with the whole Kurt Russell's side spy thing. These are spy films. When did these become spy films? That completely mystifies me. It's like watching James Bond if he was just off his face on any kind of substance and alcohol. Probably diesel. He's probably just drank a shit ton of diesel and now he's just flat on his mind. Again, both Bond and Fast and Furious have nice cars. Fast and Furious have also, I was about to say, have space travel now and other ridiculous things like chase the submarine, but come to think of it, I'd imagine them in Bond. Is it Fast? Is it F9? I forget. We're just going to call it Fast and Furious 9. Is Fast and Furious 9 a good film? It's a film. It's alright. It entertains, I guess. It's not awful. The entertainment value is up there again. It's much like the other ones where you just turn your brain completely off and you just let it go. You just let it take off. Like they go into space. They've been joking. I mean, Fate of the Furious. Everyone joked like, oh, where are they going to go next? Are they going to go to space? Yes, they are going to go to space, and it's ridiculous as you can imagine. Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris go up there. That happens. Got nothing else to say to that. They ram a satellite. Oh yeah, I'm going into spoilers here. It's got also some of the dumbest moments as you'd expect. Like I've just said, the satellite coming. There's a scene which my friend pointed out where Mia, for some reason, eats noodles for about 10 minutes. Doesn't actually put into her face, so to show the acting level of these films. And then they turn around, see a Mexican flag, and realise that's where Han's been alive for the past God knows how long. These films, continuity-wise, has drawn on. I'm very confused at the timeline between Tokyo Drift and F9 because they don't even know anymore. So I'm guessing Tokyo Drift has been replotted into the continuity by being more forward in time, and you get the Tokyo Drift guys coming back. Not just Han, you get I don't remember his name. I want to say it's Lucas something, but The guy who says Donkey Kong, what does DK stand for? That guy, he's back. He's got a really odd shaped head. I don't know if it's an odd shaped head or he's got a really skinny body now, but that was really off putting compared to from what I remember from the previous films. But yeah, I think Little Bow Wow, I completely didn't recognise him, but he's in this. Again, you've got John Cena making a fresh appearance. Like I said, Helen Mirren's coming back. Cardi B, I think. I don't really know who Cardi B is, but she was in a truck or something with Dom Toretto at one point as she was disguised as a police officer or Interpol. Oh, I can't even summarize this film because it's just so much. I will say, like, to view it critically, the first half of the film feels a lot of like characters need to go to point A, point B, point C. But the thing is, you have these characters split off. So you've got Ludacris and Gibson going somewhere to meet the Tokyo Drift guys. You've got Mia and Letty going to meet, or going to try and find out what's going on with Han. They don't know he's alive at that point, but they go on their own journey. Dom meets Yondu, aka Michael Rooker, for some reason about his backstory of the Toretto name and what's happened with that. And then obviously a lot of flashbacks to a pre-Fast and Furious story of him and his brother, which I was kind of mystified the fact, like, I'm pretty sure the whole plot line of him beating a guy with a wrench or whatever he did from Fast and Furious, the first one, is the catalyst for him obviously becoming a criminal, and then obviously him being the kind of scapegoat of why they reckon it's him stealing the cars and DVDs. So it ties it up. Ironically, like, this story is mental. The fact that it goes all the way back to one to build that up, which no one else seems to pick up on or kind of like showcase. Maybe it's really obvious, but I thought it was kind of funny the fact that it goes all the way to kind of pay off that little tiny bit of lore in the Fast Saga universe. Obviously, like, running back through the film, you've got these meetups going on, and then obviously it cuts to the usual. You've got a weird scene in Edinburgh where I can't remember her name, Miss Sandy from Game of Thrones, she gets into a car and you realise she can't drive, and there's a whole magnet where they introduce kind of the gimmick of the film, which is the magnets, which kind of replace series, was it Fast series? I'm going mad. Fast and Furious 5 with the safe is kind of their gimmicky thing with magnets kind of draw in, and then they turn the magnets down and it pushes out, and there's a whole big set piece with that, and John Cena at the end. John Cena, who is working for a bratty foreign member of some villainous government. He's not a villainous government group, he's just some rich twat. But his whole idea is they want to get this MacGuffin, which once inserted into something can control every computer in the world, and you can fire every nuke, you can have all the money you need. Again, he's also the one responsible for stealing Charlize Theron from that plane that happens. Obviously, he's the one that John Cena is working for. He betrays John Cena at the end. John Cena then joins the family. Obviously, he gives Diesel throws him a car at the end of the film and says, like, I owe you a 30-second goal. The line from the first film, that comes back. He drives away and that's that. But the set piece at the end, it's alright. You see kind of the CGI come into effect when the street... It's very much like the safe scene from Fast 5, where you've got just one stretch of road and this whole kind of chaos going on. Pretty sure they kill a lot of policemen. I'm on about the Fast family, not even the criminals. The film cuts to a bit where, I mean, it kind of highlights that Charlize Theron is the bad chick of it all. Again, I don't really care for her character, don't like that haircut, that's an odd choice, but I'm not the biggest fan of her role in the series. I say that, and there's a post-credit scene with Jason Statham. The film ends with, I like the ending, I like the fact that you see, I don't know the cars' names, but I think it's the Skyline something, that Brian's known for driving turns up when they're all having their kind of final meal, as they do in the Fast and Furious films. They have their kind of little meal in the LA home of Dom Toretto. So yeah, it's... I don't even know what this film is anymore. I can't remember what I was saying. It is a film that is okay. If I had to rate it, I would rate it 7 NOS out of 10. I don't know how to do a smart gimmicky thing for this, because it just drains you. It does drain all the energy out of you to absorb it into what I imagine would be Fast 10 and Fast 11, which are now coming. As far as films go, I think this is a good one to reintroduce yourself to the cinema, obviously with them being closed for so long. Obviously Vin Diesel, he plays the same character, he just says family a lot, and he grimaces. There's an amazing scene where he goes Hulk for some reason, and he takes on about 25 guys in a room, and then he pulls down a ceiling with chains, and he drowns, and then he gets saved. No one dies in this film. Don't be silly. Everyone comes back. It's a ride. It's a ride. It is not as bad as the Fast and Furious ride at Universal Studios, which I would recommend no one ever go on. But yeah, I'd say, would I say it's worth watching? I don't know. I really don't. If you've watched all the other ones, I'd say yes. It's not interesting. It's not exciting. There are some exciting moments, I guess. You know how it's going to go down, but you know what you're getting into at this stage. If you like the other ones, you're probably going to like this one. If you hate the other ones, you're probably going to hate this one. If you hate them like I do, I love them because I hate them. I think it's a lot of the Transformers franchise in that kind of sense. Although I'd argue that this is actually a better franchise. There's a lot more I like in the Fast and Furious films, which is an absurd thing to say. I'd recommend seeing this in the cinema. I think it needs that big screen kind of feel. I think Hobbs and Shaw was a bit of a departure from the series, and I think that was quite good in what they did there, giving them their own kind of like spin-off film, and kind of let them loose with. And then obviously this focuses more on the Fast family, and you've got, I like the Tokyo Drift guys coming back. I like the kind of the lore it builds on, which is really insane to say, but I'm not looking forward to, but interested to see where they go in the final two, because obviously they're all about big set pieces and what's coming next. And I really can't wait to see what they do for those two, just because it's the final and I know they've kind of got to step up. Like, I don't know if they're going to ever see Joe O'Brien back in. That would be interesting to see, just because he is such a big part of these films. Like, I do like the kind of hints of him being around the background, but it does kind of, not even for like a whole film, but like at the end you kind of need, like the moment where they split off in Furious 7. I mean, that's quite a good scene. I like that scene. Furious 7 is quite a good film. Again, these films aren't bad. They're just, you know what you're getting. And I think if you know what you're getting, and you kind of, you're up for a laugh one night, it would be great if you had a few drinks as well. Definitely a few drinks. I'd say a ton of drinks. Yeah, go see it. Go see Fast and Furious 9. Go see F9. Not Fate of the Furious, the other one. F9 the Saga. Just do it. It's better than Rise of Skywalker. Anything's better than that. Okay. Bye now.
We got no white flag and no tree. We got the product. We got the code. We supposed to stop that? Hold on!